I mean, they have a term like a luddite. I'm pretty sure is someone
A Luddite?
that is resistant, or luddite is someone that's resisting technological advancement. And the luddites en masse always lose. I mean, technological advancements, if they're better at producing efficiency in the market, they always win. Like you can look at you can't find en masse a single example of where that isn't true. So that's all
Well,
I'm
Yeah.
going off of.
first of all,
Um,
I can't say that's true or false just because I don't know every single example of
Sure.
when technology has replaced a person. But as I understand it, Luddites are also in the minority. So the vast
Yeah.
majority of people want technological improvement, and that's where it comes from. But to say that Luddites are somehow the people that always get shafted by technology advancing is not true. Like the people that want like technological advancement, it's unbeknownst to them sometimes that the stuff advancing will take their job. So
Totally. No, people
I-
help bring in the thing that kills them, and takes their livelihood, usher in their destruction.
I think this is an interesting example
mhm.
because like okay, I 100% agree with Liam on the idea that like at the end of the day, whatever produces the most economic gain, like that is what will be biased, and that is what they will go with. But I think that like the entertainment industry is interesting because I don't think AI generated content can produce the same profit for a very long time. Like I just said a couple minutes ago, I see a lot of value in people like to watch Tom Cruise, or like people like to listen to Sabrina Carpenter because they're like people. Okay, maybe you disagree with this, but I think that like there's a very human aspect to that.
Mhm.
And I like even if AI gets like technologically as good, where like it sounds as good, like there's that human like I'm a fan of this person. I'm a fan of this like star. Like
It's a
that,
connection.
yeah, that's a connection.
Yeah.
That leaves once that leaves, like, because it's not always about like whose voice sounds the best, or like
Mhm.
who is a technically best actor. Like you like an actor because you like them. There's a
You have a
connection there.
connection. Something human about
I
that.
think that I don't. Yeah, there's something human about that. I don't think we replace. We don't. I don't think that's getting replaced for a very long time. And because that won't get replaced, these people that are striking could win, because unless the audience doesn't care, which I think they do definitely care.
They definitely care.
Yeah. So
I
it's
mean,
interesting.
I think one
I
one
don't like
caveat
that we chose
could be.
the.
I was just gonna say one caveat to that could be like
Hmm?
I think that's cultural. I think society really culturally
Mm-hmm.
values human-made things, just like it's similar to like the made in the U.S. versus made in China. It's we
Mhm.
have value to it because
Yeah.
it's more local, it's more connected to us. But just as made in the U.S. things, most Americans would prefer that, they still tend to buy things from China because they're cheaper. And they can't tell the difference in the product a lot of the time. So it depends on what the product is. But you know what I mean? Like I think if and especially if culture degrades, which I think as corporate interests tend to shift culture towards whatever corporate interests want, I think they'll shift us towards liking AI generated things more. And I
I
just
do
think
think that we have
over
a.
time, the amount of people that are okay with just watching AI generated things is just going to slowly increase. And now you're right; it could take a couple centuries. I feel like it's more likely to take a couple decades. So I don't
I
know.
do think that we have like an intrinsically American view on this. Like we're
Yeah,
surrounded by all these companies, and we're surrounded by the consumer mindset that's really hyped up in America. So I don't think this would be as much of an issue in places that have a lot more of the person to person contact, like Europe, like the rest of the world. I mean, even you can go to Canada, and I feel like they have a much more like person to person valued culture.
Well, I think a lot of places have held on to
So,
their culture way more than us. I completely agree. I mean, I almost think
well, I think our culture
corporatist industry
is.
first, we're kind of industry first culture kind of erodes our own
Mhm.
culture. And when you look at the way we've touched many other parts of the world, I mean, we leave the imprint of McDonald's and iPhones, and it's the kind of I feel like it's the negative things in other people's cultures where we disrupt. So I think you're right. I think other cultures will hold out longer than us because they care more about that cultural significance of the in connection to the past.